Number 4, write the equation of the vertical and horizontal asymptotes, then state the domain and range. So let's begin with the vertical asymptote. So the vertical asymptote is found where the denominator equals 0. So we're going to set this equal to 0, x minus 2 equals 0, add 2, x equals 2. Here's our vertical asymptote. The horizontal asymptote can be found by, here let's have a little side note here. If we have the power in the numerator is bigger than the power in the denominator, then there is no horizontal asymptote, none. If the denominator has the larger power than the numerator, then it's always going to be y equals 0, unless there's a translation of some sort in the function. If the powers are equal, then it's just the coefficient of the two, the numerator and the denominator. Excuse me. So for example, if we had 2x squared something something over 3x squared something something, powers are the same, so it's going to apply here. So we're looking at the coefficient. So the formula for the horizontal asymptote is y equals 2/3 in this particular example. So going back to number 4, the power in the bottom is bigger than the power on top. So looking at our little note here, power on bottom is bigger, so it's going to be y equals 0. And also as a side note, there has been no translation here. It's plus 0, which also has to do with this being 0. If there was a translation here, then that would also change the horizontal asymptote. Okay, now let's look at the domain and range. So the domain is going to be all real numbers, except where the asymptotes are located. So for the domain, we're looking at the x values, so it's all real numbers, except x cannot equal 2. Then if we take a look at the range, this is also going to be all real numbers, and again, it just cannot exist where the horizontal asymptote is located. So y cannot equal 0. All right, number 5. Vertical asymptote is found by setting the denominator equal to 0. Simple. The horizontal asymptote is found by looking at the power. So quick review again. The power in the bottom is bigger, so again it's going to be 0. But now if you look at this example, we have this translation right here. It's been moved up 8. So y equals 8 is now our horizontal asymptote. It was 0, but it has been translated up 8. Now let's take a look at the domain. The domain is going to be all real numbers, except for where the asymptote is located, except for where x equals 0. The range is also going to be all real numbers, except where the asymptote is located, so y cannot equal 8. Okay, number 6. Vertical asymptote, we set the denominator equal to 0. Subtract 1, x equals -1. Here's our vertical asymptote. Our horizontal asymptote, again, the power on bottom is bigger. One last time just to reinforce this point. If the power on the bottom is bigger, then the asymptote is at y equals 0. Now again, just like the last example, this has been translated down 5. So our horizontal asymptote is now at -5. The domain will be all real numbers, except x cannot equal -1, where the asymptote is located. And the range will be all real numbers. Y cannot equal -5, where the horizontal asymptote is located.